So this is going to be a weird one. I'm using natural light only, so all natural. So there's a reason I'm on my bed, not in the chair. I just want a really chilled, laid back video. I've been started packing for Sitsi, which is 6 days away, so it's a bit early to start packing and stuff, but I need to start going through things to make sure, like, what do I need to wash and stuff like that. And for me, Sitsi's an opportunity. It's a way. The thing is, whenever I'm home, I get stuck in the same pattern of what I'm wearing. Like, it's always just t-shirt and shorts and like some variation on that, very little. I always have to have a reason to be able to wear something different, and I've got lots of really cool clothes. Like this shirt I found, like I wore this to the Autism show in Birmingham, and I had loads of really cool pictures taken there. Thank you, Owen Kelly. And I really like it. It was 45 quid on ASOS, and I was like, I'm not paying 45 quid. So I waited and waited and waited until it was reduced, and then bought it for I think about 15 quid in the end. And yeah, it's really nice, really soft, really chill, which is what I want. I thought this could be like a little life update video slash... I'm just going to open up my mind. I'm just going to go like, look, I'm going to be real with you. This is what's stressing me out at the moment in life. These are the things that, you know, might be quite good for people on the spectrum to relate to, but people who haven't got an understanding as to how our world works, just to look at it all and go, okay, right. I've had a week where things have been a bit all over the place. I've not been very well, because when things are all over the place I react badly to that, and it's always a chain thing. So if one thing goes wrong, it leads on, it snowballs into becoming something which is quite a lot to deal with. Nothing to go into really, it's just life stuff, just things are changing, going through changes and not reacting well to them. On brand there. But anyway, the biggest stresses in my life at the moment are Summer in the City. Not because it's Summer in the City, I love Summer in the City, that's why I'm going. However, it's an independence thing. The last 3 years I've gone, I've always gone with someone. The last 2 years I've been staying overnight. I've always had my sister there and Owen, funnily enough. So I've always had the 24/7 support. And this is the thing, like, I need support in my life, and I'm not scared to admit that as much anymore, but I need a lot of help sometimes. And do you know what, sometimes people don't even realise what they're doing is helping me, but just having someone else around just to like bounce off is enough for me. Sometimes I just need another person to be able to put my life in sync with. So little things like my senses are a bit messed up. It doesn't occur to me, oh, what's this feeling in my stomach? Oh, that hurts a little bit. Oh, I wonder what that means. Oh, maybe that means I'm hungry. It doesn't get as far as that. It just goes, oh, there's pain in my stomach. Continue with what I'm doing. So when you're surrounded by other people, you can see that they're going, oh, it's lunchtime, and I can go, oh, it's lunchtime. You know, I can go off the reminders on my phone, or if I'm looking at the time, I can figure it out that way. But if I'm left to my own devices, if I was put in a room with no clocks, no anything, I would perish quite quickly, I think. And this year, like, it's my first time going without my sister, which is quite good because she's not the biggest fan of YouTube, so you know, she doesn't need to go. And my plan was I was going to have my hotel room next to the XL, but now I'm sharing with my friend Liam, which, you know, is completely cool. I'm completely happy with it being with Liam. You know, I've stayed at Liam's house a few times now, and I've known Liam for years and years and years. And also it's halving the price of that very expensive hotel, so good. But Liam will be very much doing his own thing a lot of the time. But still, I'll have a little bit of contact there. But I've got to have a lot of pressure on myself to make sure I'm doing the basic things like remembering to eat, remembering to go to the toilet. I know that's a gross one, but stuff like that. I need to be in a mindset where I'm looking after myself, like changing into clean clothes and stuff like that, making sure I'm changing my boxers. All the things which people take for granted are things that I don't remember to do unless I'm prompted by other people in a way. Sometimes it's verbal prompt, sometimes it's things that I notice and that prompt. But yeah, so let's just say my phone is being filled up with so many reminders this year. Oh my god. Drink water is going to be the biggest one, because when I don't drink water I get a headache, and when I get a headache I turn into an arsehole. My approach to Summer in the City has very much changed, like the way I view it. When I went for the first couple of times, it was very much like, oh, I want to meet all my favourite YouTubers, blah blah blah. Whereas nowadays it's like, oh, all the people I watch are people that, most of them I have their phone numbers, I could just ring up. You know, most people are either people that I know, or that I've got a mutual friend with or stuff like that. So it's not it's not for that. It's not for I want to go meet people. For me, it's very just nice to be in an environment with lots of creative people. It's often very inspirational. I always get a right kick out of going afterwards. I'm always like, yeah, I want to do lots of YouTubey stuff. And the thing is, because I have been going to quite a few of these things now, and like when I went to the Pride party the other month, that was very much that kind of community. There, I realise I do know a lot of people these days, and it has become a bit of a social relief to me. And it's very much a place where I feel socially accepted, which is very rare. Like in a group setting, it's the only place I feel with YouTube stuff. Yeah, it's the only place I socially feel accepted in a group setting. So that's why I want to go. I want to go because I want to evolve myself as a creator. I want to catch up with people that I know and bounce off their energies and just absorb the YouTube-ness. However, coming with that, there's a lot of social pressure, because as much as I feel socially accepted, it doesn't stop the social anxiety side of things. I have to be socially on it. If I'm meeting new people, I need to make a good impression on them. I can't be in my state of blah, blah, blah. I think that's an accurate description. Because people don't like to see that guy freaking out, saying that he's hating this because it's all really confusing and stuff like that. You have to put up a bit of a front to be able to network. And I enjoy having that front up. I enjoy being able to be sociable and stuff, because it is in me, it's just not immediately in me. It's got to be a bit of digging. And there's so much like social etiquette with it all, because it's not a place where you're going to go and make best friends. It's a place where you go and make cool contacts. You're very much selling yourself as a business, I feel, which is a bit of an odd concept. But you're selling yourself as a creative person. That's what you're doing. And I want to see who I can work with in the future and stuff like that. So there's that. There's I've got to prepare myself to have 4 days of being on it. To be fair, on the Thursday, all I'm doing is going from St Pancras to the hotel with Liam. We may go to a gathering. I don't think I will. I think he will. Then I will probably see Dan when he arrives. Again, both Liam and Dan, people I don't feel social pressure with. I can just be in whatever state I'm in, and I know they'll be fine with it. And then something might happen in the evening, but it'll be a spontaneous thing, and I'm prepared for a spontaneous thing. Friday's actually quite good, to be fair. Friday's Creator Day, and I think Creator Day's always my favourite day. Well, I like the fact that it's not as busy. First of all, that's a major selling point, not gonna lie. But it's the day where everyone's a lot more accessible for conversations. You've not got people hiding up in the green room, because if people do come onto the floor, they just get come up to you constantly. So it's the time where you can speak to the people that you know that are a bit bigger and have all those conversations and stuff like that. And if there is a bigger YouTuber that I want to talk to, for example at VidCon, how I went on the Creator Day and I spoke to Casper Lee, like that would never happen on a community day, would it? Of a convention. Also, it's just going to be the day for walking around going, oh hi, how are you, babe? Standing there for half an hour having catch-ups with different people and all that stuff. So yeah, Friday will just be a chilled day, catch-up day, is what I see it as. I think I know a few people doing panels. I need to I haven't even looked at panels, you know. And then Friday evening, I don't know the plans yet. I've heard whispers what plans could be, but I don't know. But either way, I know I'm not going to be alone. So this is a good time to mention this bit. My biggest thing about the entire weekend is like I need to have me time occasionally. I do. I need to be able to escape on my terms. However, whenever I am alone, it's interesting. So what needs to be remembered with me is my emotions need to stay quite controlled. Like, people always say to me, oh, you're so chill. It's like, I have to be. If I'm anything outside of that, it causes my brain to go a bit all over the place. Like, my tolerance for positive emotion is a lot higher than it is for negative emotion. Negative emotion, anything can send me over the edge and overwhelm me and probably send me into an instant meltdown. I can cope with excitement so much more, which is a good job, because I get excited at a lot of things. Like, literally, I'm staring at my Disney castle now, which I've had for, 9 months now, and I'm still finding it just as fascinating to stare at. I can't believe I own a Disney castle. I need to make sure that I'm not alone at times when I could be feeling negative, and there's a few opportunities that might happen. Saturday's Community Day. Something that's happening, which I'm so excited for, is the neurodiversity panel at Summer in the City. Like, I know we had the quiet room last year, and there's a quiet room again this year, but like, how much of like an imprint is that? Like, I'd like to think I'm partly responsible for that panel happening. So the fact that it is happening, they're talking about autism at Summer in the City, an event which I've loved for years. It's incredible. Really wish I was a part of it. Really hope I can be in the future iteration. But yeah, it's exciting. It's going to happen. So if any it's perfect for anyone watching this. I'll be there front row probably. And I really hope that we get a good response, because it is on at the same time as the mental health panel, which is kind of two conflicting subjects, because a lot of people with neurodiverse minds have mental health stuff, so we'll just have to hope for the best. But I really hope Dan, Kevin, Laura and someone else called Dan Jones, funnily enough, can deliver something that's worthy of what the situation is. There's also a few other panels. Like, I really want to see the small YouTuber panel, and this has been announced now, like literally just this morning. My friend Liam's moderating it, which is really exciting, because he's, you know, he does stuff with 1080, so that's why he's doing it, and he has started making videos again. So I'm not going to plug him in this video. We'll have enough plugs in the Summer in the City video. Bugger off. Again, Saturday evening. I don't know the plans yet. I just know there's multiple options with different people, so I'm not going to be alone. I'm excited for that. Do you know what? This is actually really helping, talking it all through, because I've got 2 Saturday evenings so far, so 3 out of 5 days, and there's not actually been that much like major stress, has there? This has changed, admittedly, in the last like 12 hours. I've got more information to fill in some of the gaps now, but yeah, that's cool. So I'm sorted either way until Saturday evening. Cool. Well, Sunday. So Sunday's going to be the most interesting day. That's the day where everyone goes, and it's all over. But it means that a lot of people go home kind of Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and I am going to be there all day. So like it's fine during the convention day. It's just all of the people that I know that will be there are people that are there as creators, they're creator passes, and they're all people that can go to the backstage bit. So I'm concerned about that. Like, I know there's people that would come down if I needed someone. There'd be people that would appear. It's the fact that I could potentially be isolated in that respect, and even more so in the evening. That's my biggest worry when it's the evening shows. So I'm not going to see the evening shows on Saturday, I don't think, but the evening show on Sunday, I think there's a couple of things I want to see in that, and I like seeing the end speech that they do and stuff like that. But everybody I know can be on the other side of the barrier. So I'm just hoping that some people come and join me, please, because I don't want to be out in the main bit alone. See, this is the problem with being on the cusp, because I am on the cusp. I'm on the cusp of, like, I'm kind of in, but I'm not out. I was discussing this on a live stream last night, and if you watched that live stream last night, I'm fine, it's all good. But I'm in a very strange position where I know a lot of people on the other side. I'm just not quite there yet. So I'll be there someday. I can go the distance, but this year's not the year, so we'll see. I just don't want to be in a situation where I'm feeling alone, because if I feel alone, as I said, that's a negative emotion. I don't want to react badly to that, because if I react badly to that, could react in something dangerous, which puts myself in danger, it puts people around me in danger. And like, so this is the first year I'm not going with a dedicated carer, and it's like, I've realised literally just the presence of someone is something that calms me down. So I'm just hoping there will be people that will come to me if I need to. And I just hope there's something to do on Sunday evening, because the last thing you want is to have everybody you know celebrating and you just in your hotel room alone. So I hope there's something that I can do on Sunday evening. That's the only day I'm uncertain about. So basically, the only day I'm uncertain about is Sunday now, and that's the day which I'm like, oh, okay, I don't quite know what's going on. There's a few panels I want to go to, I think, that I could go to, but it's the evening, I don't know what's happening, there's no definite plans. It's going to be a going with it, and because it will have been the end of the 3-day, my social energy will be starting to dip there. So maybe I just get drunk. That's an option. Maybe I'll start drinking. They sell alcohol at the bar during the evening show. I can start drinking at 6 o'clock. Sorted. I need to not think of that as an option, but it is true. That would help. But then Monday is going to be dead chill. We wake up, probably have breakfast. Liam and I get ourselves back to St Pancras, get on our separate trains, and then I get home and have the post-Sitsy blues. So yeah, I Sunday evening. That's all I'm stressed about. Really? Wow. Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. Saying it out loud has really helped. So I hope it's like been interesting for you to hear all that out, all of the, well, God no, I've still got more worries. Let's just get the rest of them out of the way. Packing, making sure I packed everything. I'm going to get my mum to write me a list later, although my mum's getting useless at writing me a list, because that's what she used to do all the time. However, nowadays I pack a lot more than I need to, because she doesn't know like what equipment I need to pack like that and stuff, because I'm bringing a whole suitcase, because I'm bringing tripod camera, like I'm going to film loads of videos with people. I've got a few collabs planned, stuff like that. But you know, there's simple things which my mum would laugh at me for bringing, but I'm bringing Febreze. Liam, if you're watching this, let's get this out of the way now. I need something familiar to be able to go to, so yeah. Also, I want to bring stuff to be able to do TikToks, so I need to plug that, don't I? But like, I love TikTok. I do. I've been doing TikToks the last week. If you don't know, if you didn't see on the community tab, just short little things. So I need little props and stuff for whatever I need. And after having a jokey paper towel bandana in the first one, I bought an actual bandana off ASOS. I actually bought two, but I'm actually living for this, you know. I think I can kind of just pull it off. Matches my aesthetic. I've got a black one too. The thing is, and this is what everybody who I've said I'm feeling stressed to has said, everyone keeps saying, you know you will be fine. And I'm like, I know I'll be fine. Doesn't stop this worrying happening before, because it's a big thing for me. 5 days, it's a long time. Worst comes to worst, I can be on the phone to my mum a lot, and she can, you know, I can be on FaceTime to my mum and have portable mum. It's not like I'm being put on some desert island for 5 days. It's London. It's the XL. I've been in the XL like 4 days this year already. Probably more than that, to be fair. 3 VidCon, 1 Comic Con, 2 Autism show. 6 days. I've already been to the XL 6 days this year. It's all good. It's all going to be fine. I'm going to have an amazing time. I'm going to vlog it. I think that's it. This is going to be a long video, and I know there's not much room for cutting this video down at all. So I'm going to leave it here. I hope it's been interesting to see, like, well, it's been good for me to just speak all this out loud, just to think through it. I need to use this talking thing more. It's really useful. I can't always do this. I feel I can talk more to a camera than I can to a person. Like when my mum was asking me what was wrong earlier, my words were because that's what happens. But yeah, I'm all chill with everything. I'm looking forward to Summer in the City. It's going to be cool. I'm going to have an amazing time. If anyone's going, please let me know in the comments. Like, you know, I kind of forget that. I forget that people go that might watch my videos. So if you see me about, say hi. You won't get a hug. See, that's another thing I've got to be prepared for. I've got to be prepared for the amount of hugs. Oh, so many. And then I've got to go through the awkward thing of people who tried to hug me that aren't on the hug list, and I've got to be like, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to hug you. Hashtag autistic problems. Well, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for being on the receiving end of this. Don't know how many people would watch a video this length, but I put it out there. And if you want to see shorter stuff, go follow me on TikTok. Hey, good plug. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.